Hi guys, my name is Isella.
My name is Nicole, and this is Muchachalacas.
Cheers! That was a solid clink. That was a good clink. I love it. Hey guys!
So we're back, and
welcome back.
We're bringing more Reddit stories for y'all today.
Yes.
We missed Reddit for a little bit.
We missed Reddit. We always go back to our roots.
Our roots.
Always to the roots.
And we're actually going back to our roots today because we're doing Bridezillas Part 2.
Yes!
And hopefully you like the stories.
Yes, we spent some time picking out some new stories. I never read through all of mine.
Me either. We're gonna roll react.
We're gonna roll react while we crochet.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I'm still working on my Coraline cardigan.
Yes.
I started it a couple episodes ago, and we're still going, making my granny squares. So
that's so Isella early core.
Yeah,
I was making granny squares for everything.
For real. I have this much done.
It looks so good.
It's like a front panel and the back panel, and that's it. And that's it.
It looks so good.
So
I love it. I can't wait to see it. I just think you should make it like a poncho.
I need like 40 squares to go, so
that's a lot.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, damn it.
Quite a lot. I am crocheting a beanie. Last episode, I was crocheting a beanie. I totally frogged that whole work and restarted it, and I'm almost done with it, but I didn't want to make it for this one, so I'm making a different one today out of this fluffy yarn. I'm excited because I don't think I've ever made anything out of... I made a bunch of granny squares out of fluffy yarn, but that's it. So this is like a first for me.
Yay!
Yes.
And it's easy to work with, I think.
Yeah.
It'll whip up quickly.
Like, I don't think I've used a hook this big ever before. So.
Good.
Excited.
Get excited.
Excited.
So yeah, we hope you guys enjoy these stories today, and welcome to all of our new subs.
Hello everybody.
And thank you so much for joining our
crochet community.
We love it. Yeah, so you want to go first?
Yes.
You're like,
I'm into it.
You keep going.
I'm like,
ew. Okay, we have to like show the reel that we were talking about earlier.
The crochet one?
No.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, we can do that one. Yeah, yeah. We were like taking pictures right now, and I smiled, and my like mouth did that like
the noise
that you make when you like smile, like
anyway. When you just part your lips.
And and Isella sent me a reel the other day, and it was like when the group takes a group photo. I hated that so much.
But it's so funny because like it was like a bunch of people in a room, and then they all smile, and it takes like a second to zoom in on each of them to make them.
I hate it. It gave me my heebies were GB'd.
Your heebies were definitely GB'd.
It was so gross. Anyway, I just had to mention it because I am scarred, and if I'm scarred, y'all have to be scarred.
And it all started with my scarring.
Yeah, it all started with Isella.
And Mango was making the noises earlier too.
Ooh, I know, he was.
I love it.
God dang
it. So good. So good. But, okay, so I'm going to start. I think you said it. We're in r/Bridezillas today. Yeah.
And that's it.
Hit it, I guess.
Yeah, hit it.
Okay, so my first one is titled Friend of 10 Years Becomes a Bridezilla. Not my story, but I have permission to share. I'm also using fake names and ages. Okay. And it's actually so funny because the first character's name is Luke.
And I
didn't put his name this time.
It wasn't on purpose.
But it's
okay. We're gonna have to put Luke's face every single time you say Luke.
Oh, that's a lot of it. I'm like, good luck with that.
Take a shot every time we say Luke.
Like, if you're binging all of our episodes, Take a shot every
Jeez.
time we mention Callum, Luke, or Harry.
For real. Nah, Callum and Luke for sure. I feel like they're just in every single episode.
So true. As they should be.
Yeah, we love them.
Okay. But it says Luke, 30 male, was invited to go to a different state for a wedding of Susan, but I don't want to call her Susan.
Sally? Just kidding. What do you want to call her?
Maybe like Mary? Or is that confusing because we're talking about weddings?
I feel like, do what your little heart desires.
Okay. So, a different state for a wedding of Mary, who is 30 female. Luke was even allowed to bring his child, which I warned Luke to just be mindful of sensory overload, but overall have fun. Well, friendship of 10 years down the drain. Mary proceeded to tell Luke how Luke parents his kid makes Mary uncomfortable. Before all that, Mary proceeded to almost cause Luke to go into a mental breakdown to open up to Mary about his feelings because she thought he felt off. Why is there so many quotes? All of those were quoted. And this is, I smell a Bridezilla.
I thought you were doing that yourself.
No. No.
I was like, why does she get
You're like, you're gushing and you're
I was like
just side-eyeing me.
Oh my god.
But it says, I smell a Bridezilla. Susan then proceeds to lie to Susan. I knew changing the name was going to be wrong. Mary. Mary then proceeds to lie to Luke about plans. Made Luke feel like poop for having other friends and seeing other people. Mary also decides to be racist towards other people on top of all this. The breaking point for Luke regarding being friends with Mary not allowing Luke to get a rental car and go to a hotel. No. Mary decides to call Luke's mother to come and take Luke and the child back to the house instead of to the wedding. And not only that, Mary proceeds to lie to Luke's mom and about something that Luke cares about to make them seem abusive and to make Luke look crazy. Basically, Mary decides to lie about Luke's relationship to make it seem like Luke's boyfriend is demanding and abusive. I'm sorry. I don't see how, may I please kidnap you so I can see you for X amount of time and thank you, is being demanding or abusive. Plus, I wish I had a man to be cute with me, like Luke's boyfriend is cute with Luke for real.
True.
Luke happily informed me. So I'm confused.
I know, I'm confused too.
I feel like we missed something.
Yeah, I feel like, okay, so Luke is Luke. Who is Mary? Like, what is Mary to Luke?
Just best friend, I guess.
They're just friends?
Yeah, they're just best friends.
And then Luke has a kid.
Yes.
And Luke has a boyfriend as well.
Yes.
But they don't give him a name?
No.
Or the kid a name?
No.
Okay. But then why does she start the drama? What happened?
Because Mary didn't like how Luke parented his kid.
But that's not on... Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so Bridezilla. But is she the one getting married?
Yes.
So it's her wedding.
Yes.
And she's more concerned with Luke than her own wedding?
I guess so. Well... I don't know. I'm confused. Why does Mary hate him so much?
I don't know either. I'm very confused as well. Okay, wait, let's complete the story and then we'll draw conclusions. So she lied to Luke's mom and then she had him be sent home.
Yes.
Like if he was 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, if he was 2. Luke happily informed me that Mary is officially blocked on everything. Sadly, Luke didn't call Mary a Bridezilla to Mary's face. I asked if he did, but Luke hates confrontation. And I'm not allowed to call Mary a Bridezilla myself or pop off. But seriously, there was no need for Mary to act the way that she did. Hence why I asked Luke if I could post this here. What? Okay, somebody did a little sum up. And I'm gonna read that because it might make more sense.
It's like the Spark Notes.
Yeah. Okay. Mary expresses concern about how he parents his kid. Conveniently, you left out what inspired that, so we have no way to judge how justified she is. Okay, fair. Mary thinks he feels off and tries to ask him about his feelings. That's just friendship. Luke having a breakdown over that is a huge red flag that something is indeed wrong with him or his life.
Oof.
Then, Mary lied about plans, made him feel like poop for having other friends, was racist. Sounds bad, but absent specifics, I feel a grain of salt is warranted. That's like a really proper sentence.
A grain of salt is warranted is going in my vocabulary.
Yes. You're like, just that. Just a little grain of salt.
Just the grain of salt.
Mary called his mom to take him to the house instead of her wedding and then told her his relationship is abusive. That's the polar opposite of a bridezilla. Everything you said thus far points Mary
in like a good light?
Yeah, as a well-meaning friend who is so genuinely concerned about him, is willing to forget all the wedding prep she had planned to try and help him. May I please kidnap you so I can see you for X amount of time? Yeah, that 100% sounds like an abusive partner trying to present controlling behavior as cute. And sure, some people joke, but if things were so fine with Luke, he wouldn't be having breakdowns over a friend thinking he seemed off. And he wouldn't be inspiring so much worry in his friends that they change their wedding plans and call his parents. Whoa, that was a long sentence. Wish you had a boyfriend to be cute with you, like, oh, you're the bad boyfriend. Yeah, that explains a lot. Well, Mary sounds like an amazing friend, and although it's really sad she wasn't able to help Luke get away from you this time, I have every confidence that a friend like her will be there to help Luke get his life together when he finally gets free.
I have every confidence.
Yeah.
Sounds like a weird sentence.
I know. This person's vocabulary is off the wall. It's off the charts.
Oh, dumb.
Okay, someone says that it feels like it was written by the boyfriend, and someone said it feels like it was written by Mary.
I don't think it was written by Mary.
Yeah, maybe the boyfriend made it.
Maybe, but...
Or he's just the issue, at least. But then again, I'm like, I feel like we don't know enough.
I feel like there's so many holes in this plot.
Like, why was she being a bridezilla? Just because she sent you home? Question mark?
What was even the conflict to begin with? Like, there's no
Like, what did the child do that made her...
Or what did Luke do to make her, like, become angry with him?
I don't know.
I
don't know about that story. Maybe not that one.
Maybe not. I need my story.
I'm like, who's the a-hole?
Nobody's
we'll never know.
Inconclusive. We've never had an inconclusive in the past.
Good. A first
for everything.
In conclusion.
My story is called I, Maid of Honor, just found out the bride talked ish about me.
Ish.
The bride talked sharp about me behind my back the entire wedding day, but still had me plan / pay for everything.
Shame.
I know. I was asked to be maid of honor by a friend of mine who I've had a rocky past with. She doesn't really have anyone close in her life that lasts longer than a few years, and she also changes jobs every few months. That's exhausting.
Yikes. It's so Trish from Austin and Ally. Did you watch that show?
Yes, but like a decade ago. I don't remember.
She had a new job like every single episode.
I don't remember her. Who was Trish?
The best friend.
Rainy Rodriguez?
Yes.
Oh.
And she had a new job every episode, and she'd be like, guess who got a job at the harmonica store?
No way. She just like never got her pay because she was constantly changing jobs.
No, and she quit at the end of every
okay, Rainy. Okay, so she changes jobs every few months because she has a high conflict, and this is in all caps, high conflict, and causes drama constantly. She thrives off of it. In hindsight, I should have said no, especially knowing this was her and the groom's third engagement. So on and off. No kidding.
That is 3 too many. What the heck?
Okay, but I agreed and took everything so seriously. Bridezilla was an understatement. She changed the members of the bridal party 5 times, so I constantly had to track down new people. Her bridal shower had to be one very specific country club that was expensive. She changed the date of the actual wedding and forgot to tell me for months. And it was on a Friday, so I had to request off work. Nothing I bought was good enough, and she always requested more.
No.
She changed my dress color after I bought it.
Sounds familiar.
She also just stopped talking to me unless it was about the wedding and had no idea what was going on in my personal life. I paid for just about everything because the people she kept inviting in the bridal party were younger than us, early 20s. I'm 27, bride is 33, and have no stable income. I have a good job and am smart with my money, but even for me, it was really difficult. I'm talking about $6,000 on this damn wedding as maid of honor.
Oh my gosh.
What? And I'm trying to plan my own soon, too.
Oh, it's sad.
Dang. Okay. Well, day of the wedding comes. I make sure she has a bunch of custom gifts, a day off bag. My speech was beautiful, etc. But she was so rude to me the entire day. She has a new BFF she met about 4 months ago before the wedding, and they are attached at the hip. And all she wanted to do was talk to her. But
Yikes.
whatever. I was super busy handling everything, so I tried to ignore it. Wedding comes and goes. She leaves to go to the after party with her new BFF, and I stay behind to clean up the entire venue with the help of my boyfriend after, and we go home.
That's
What?
terrible. There's no workers. There's nothing. Even if there is workers,
this is like her wedding, essentially.
Might as well have
Might
been
as
her
well
wedding.
be.
Like,
Jeez.
why are you doing all that? Let's give her a name. It's giving like Leah vibes.
Leah. Okay, I just keep picturing Stardew Valley Leah.
Yeah. No, she's too sweet. Penny vibes.
Oh, okay, wait. Is the bride Penny?
Yes.
Okay.
And the best friend. No, the bride has to be Leah. She's giving Leah.
I wanted to say the maid of honor be Leah.
Okay. Okay, so the OP is Leah.
Yes.
Okay.
OP is Leah.
Okay.
Who can the bride be then? Who do we not like?
Maybe Leah's ex-girlfriend from the city. Did you ever get to that storyline?
Yes. Okay. All right. But okay. Okay. So, well, I get a call today from her cousin, who was also in the wedding party, who I really bonded with over this awful experience. She told me that she didn't want to say anything to me, but she thinks I deserve to know because I'm already buying Christmas gifts for bride and her kids. Her cousin tells me that every time I left the bridal suite the day of the wedding, the bride would announce to everyone in the room that she couldn't stand me. I wish she weren't even here. I'm so effing annoying.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine hearing that? What would you say? What would you do?
I would just leave.
I
think I would just leave.
Why wouldn't they say anything to her beforehand?
Why didn't they say anything at the wedding?
Fake. Fake.
Okay. She also has a separate group chat with her sisters and cousins and continues to talk sharp about me on there. Mind you, she just sent me a Christmas list for her kids last week. Everything is already bought and wrapped. Excuse me?
Oh no. Sending your friend a Christmas gift for your kids, or a Christmas list for your kids, is crazy.
I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't either.
I mean, unless I'm like super attached. Like, let's say you had a kid and I was like the godmother. Then like, I'd be like, okay.
You're Nina Nicole.
Exactly. Like, I have to, you know? But if it was just like my friend, yeah. I feel like that's crazy. Anyway,
that is crazy.
I feel so hurt and so used and honestly really stupid. I just blocked her on everything. I don't want to even message her because I know she'll somehow twist it around and make it my fault.
No.
What's TLDR?
Too long, didn't read.
Okay.
So like the little summary at the end.
Yes. Bride talked sharp about me the entire wedding and continues to do so, but hasn't said anything to my face and still expects me to buy Christmas gifts for her kids. ETA, I'm seeing a lot of comments saying this is on me for missing/ignoring red flags, and I 100% agree. I should have gone more into the backstory, but it's super complicated and long, so I left it out. I used to be the stepmother of her oldest son, so her ex is also my ex, and he's a huge POS. I can't say the yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's a story for another day. And I'm extremely bonded to the kiddo. I was in his life from 9 months old, and she allowed me to still be involved in his life for the past 4 years. After I left the relationship, he's 7 now. So a huge part of me feels this immense, incredible debt to her. And I always appreciate her keeping me in her son's life. She didn't have to do that. But as my friend, kids aside, she is incredibly selfish and toxic, and I should have made better boundaries and kept my guard up. But wow, that's easier said than done when kids are involved. I also meant that I spent $6,000 on the bridal shower, bachelorette, gifts, etc. I did not pay for the actual wedding venue itself, but $6,000 of my own money still for wedding-related things.
Hmm.
I appreciate everyone's advice. I was more or less venting on this post. I know I'm not blameless in this and definitely let it drag on too long because I was/am scared that once I upset Bridezilla, I lose access to being part of her children's lives. However, I agree that it's not healthy for me to continue to be in contact with her, and her children are better off not seeing me being used as a doormat by their mother. I blocked her number and do not plan on interacting with her ever again. Time to just move on and focus on my own healing for once.
I mean, I'm glad she's putting herself first, but holy cow.
I know.
When you said, what is she, the stepmother of her kids or something like that?
OP was the stepmother of her oldest son.
That's crazy. It said my ex is her ex, and I was like,
yeah.
And she's still the maid of honor at your wedding.
Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
It says, the comment, this was 12 days ago.
Oh, okay, so recent.
Yeah. Return everything and flush that horrible woman out of your life ASAP.
Agreed.
I would let her know that the Christmas gifts won't be coming and why. I think just to be petty, send her an invoice for the money you wasted on her.
No, literally. An invoice is crazy.
Definitely send an invoice for all expenses to be reimbursed and then add your hourly rate. See how annoying she is about spending others' time and money she can't afford with her mouth.
Ugh, I just know this type of person, and she's absolutely not going to send any money back.
Yeah, no, not at all.
That money is gone.
Yeah, that money is like down the drain, girl.
Oh,
that was crazy.
Terrible.
Okay, I don't think OP is an a-hole. And I definitely don't think that it's her fault.
I don't either.
I feel like, yeah, she was being used by this person, but I definitely don't think that it was like her fault.
And I don't think it's fair to be like, yeah, I know I missed some red flags. Like, that's not your fault. Like, she's your friend.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know what I would do
icky.
after that. Like, I don't know.
I feel like I would definitely have a conversation with her, and then I would get her out of my life.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, it does suck, though, that she said that, like, children were
involved. Yeah, I know.
Because that makes it so much more tricky, especially if she wants to be a part of their lives still, like, because the mom has every, like, chance to take them away and whatever.
Yeah.
My story is called Bridezilla in Full Force, the never-ending wedding invite nightmare. Names have been changed to protect the privacy of people involved. Okay, I'm not going to change the names on this one because it was too confusing in the last one. Okay, it says, so I, Jenny, worked at a small wedding invitation design company with my friend Shayna. Shayna. Right? Shayna?
Yeah, Shayna.
Yeah, Shayna. We specialize in creating beautiful, personalized invites that include custom caricatures of the couple. That's cute. People love our work, and honestly, it's been a joy to see how happy our designs make couples until Sarah walked through our virtual doors. I love how they're setting the scene. From the beginning, Sarah had a vision. Fair enough, every bride wants her special day to be perfect, right? But Sarah, perfect, is this ever-shifting target that none of us can hit, no matter how hard we try. Let me tell you, this woman's audacity knows no bounds.
Damn.
Round 1, the first design. We start with the design after a long consult, where she's very clear, or so we thought, about what she wants. We spent hours crafting it, taking every little detail she mentioned into account. But when we sent her the draft, she she replies with this pathetic email full of complaints. Suddenly, everything's wrong. The colors, the font, even the caricature style that we had been so excited about in the first place. No, that she had been so excited about in the first place. Fine, we think, it's her wedding, we'll make the changes. Round 2, the second design. Shayna, my designer friend, and I put in another few hours redoing the design, tweaking every element Sarah's complained about, and getting a new caricature illustration to match her updated vibe. When we sent her the new draft, we were expecting maybe some minor edits, but no. Sarah decided she wants an entirely different look now. The colors are suddenly too dull, and the caricature is too playful. It's a hard word to say many times. Caricature. At this point, Shayna is ready to pull her hair out and exhausted. But we keep going because we're professionals, and let's be honest, we still want to get paid. Speaking of which, not once has Sarah even hinted that she's willing to cover the extra time and work this is costing us.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Round 3, yet another design. After we painstakingly create her third design from scratch, we're feeling cautiously optimistic. Sarah has been approving each individual change over email, so surely this time we're on the right track. But, of course, she swoops back in with a whole new list of demands.
You're kidding.
Again, apparently. Now the colors clash with her decor and the caricature looks too serious. She even has the nerve to suggest we just add in her new changes because, in her words, I'm sure it won't take you long. It's crazy. Her tone throughout this has been incredibly demeaning, treating us like we're her professional on-call designers with nothing better to do than cater to her every whim. Okay, the final straw, approaching the deadline. We're now ridiculously close to her wedding day and she still hasn't settled on a design. Are these not the invitations? Like, these are just the invitations. That's crazy.
Does she not want to have her wedding?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so she still hasn't settled on a design. She also needs to invite, or she needs the invites printed, but we can't print anything until she approves the final version.
Yeah.
Time's running out. And yet every time we send her a draft, she's back with a fresh list of changes that are frankly nowhere near what she initially requested. Shayna has started saying she's about a hair's breadth away from telling Sarah to find someone else, but that's not breath. Bread.
I think she meant breath. I think she meant breath.
Oh. And honestly, I wouldn't blame her. The kicker, despite all this extra work, she refuses to even discuss paying extra.
Oh my gosh, this woman.
It's terrible. She actually had the audacity to say, well, isn't this what I'm paying you for? As if we're obligated to keep churning out endless designs without any compensation for our time and effort. So here we are, with this never-ending project that's eaten up hours of our time, drained our creative energy, and left us questioning why we even got into this line of work in the first place. It's like no matter what we do, Sarah's never satisfied, but she sure doesn't mind asking for more. And it's not just the changes. Her attitude, her tone, everything about this partnership has been exhausting. I have no idea how this will end, but right now, I think we're just praying for the patience to get through this ordeal without letting loose a well-deserved FU and calling it quits. Update. More clarity on our Bridezilla saga. Just wanted to clarify a few things to give you all a better picture of how we've handled this so far. Okay, what is this? Okay, contract boundaries. We do have a contract that states clients can get up to 3 edits with anything extra being chargeable, but this was clearly communicated to Sarah and she seems to think chargeable only applies when she decides it does. 50% upfront policy, we've collected a 50% upfront payment, plus she's been billed for each additional design and character requests, all of which we've shared with heavy watermarks. Ooh. Removing those would be near impossible without paying up. Printing and shipping, we also handle the printing and shipping. Honestly, considering the higher printing costs where she lives, she'd save money sticking with us instead of attempting to reproduce it on her own. Money isn't an issue. This is the real kicker. She's told us over calls that money isn't an issue, but the tune changes in text where she avoids every mention of extra charges. It's like dealing with 2 different people. Okay, I was confused reading that because it's like there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that, like, why it looks like that.
Yeah.
We just want to say thanks again for support and solidarity. Shayna and I have been cracking up reading the comments. Turns out we're not the only ones who think this is a whole new level of crazy and ridiculous. Consider this a Bridezilla story time for everyone's entertainment. Something tells us our saga isn't over yet. Update.
Jesus.
Competitive marketing struggles and Sarah's latest demand. Hey everyone, just a little more context here. We're based in India, where the market is so competitive that we're basically charged dirt prices. Imagine competing with 1.4 billion people. Ooh. This makes dealing with someone like Sarah all the more exhausting, although she lives in another country and still expects our prices to be as per Indian currency market. So here's the latest. Sarah comes back saying she wants both designs. She's already paid for one, but expects to expects to send us both watermark free. And now she's decided she doesn't want the prints anymore, which honestly we're pretty relieved about. We've clearly told her to pay the remaining balance if she wants both designs. If she doesn't, we'll gladly end things here and let her find someone else for her next round of demands. Again, we're sharing this story just for the laughs as a way to commiserate with others who've dealt with their own version of Bridezillas. Fairly new to the business, so we're chalking this up as a lesson learned to tighten our contracts moving forward. Expect one final update soon on how this will all wrap up. Okay, final update. This one's so long. Final update. Bridezilla bags the refund, but not without a parting gift. Oh, no. All right, buckle up because the saga has reached a chef's kiss ending.
Oh, man.
After all the back and forth, Sarah's decided that she won't be paying a rupee more. Oh, okay, a rupee more. Why? Apparently, we weren't transparent enough. Even though we handed her detailed pricing for every single piece of her design demands, and we half expected, she now wants out, demanding every last bit of her money back, despite the contract and threatening to take us to consumer court over a measly amount in rupees. Did I mention she earns in currency that would make that sum look like pocket change? Ooh. So, she sends this novel of a message with all the drama about how we've disappointed her, how we ruined her special day, and that she wouldn't do this to other brides in their once-in-a-lifetime day. Although, given her demands, we can't help but wonder how long that's going to last.
Oh, wow.
Real. So true. For someone this close to her wedding day, she sure found plenty of time to draft an essay. Now, our contract is as clear as day on non-refundability, but there's only so much we can do to reason with bridezillas like her when she's on a warpath over the measly amount. Again, we're a new business and we don't need that grief. So, after a group eye roll, we've decided to give Sarah and her fiancé a farewell gift by returning the cursed money. Consider it a very small fee to just never hear from her again. But we made it very clear to her, if she uses any of her that was weird.
You're like short-circuited right there.
Sorry, that's the robot coming out. If she uses any of our designs after the mindless arguing she's been doing with our team, we won't hesitate to take her to court. Period. Mm-hmm.
As they should.
Mm-hmm. And for her groom, we're throwing in a discount for his next wedding because, let's face it, anyone who's putting up with this needs all the sympathy and discounts he can get. Oh, and guess what? She hasn't even responded to our last message asking for her bank details to refund the money. Shockingly, it seems finding another designer hasn't been as easy as she'd hoped. Karma working its magic, perhaps? Shayna and I have been laughing about this for days. The whole ordeal has practically become our office comedy special. We've got so many inside jokes now, and it's almost worth the hassle. Almost.
Oh my gosh.
Weddings are stressful, sure, but it's a whole new level of a-hole to offload that stress on the people bending backward to accommodate every whim and wish you've got. So, what have we learned? Tighter contracts, full payment before any further edits, and maybe most importantly, the ability to spot the red flags from a mile away. Thank you to everyone for the laughs, the support, and advice. It's been hilarious to share this Bridezilla horror story with you. And though she technically won this battle, we know who came out on top here. Pro tip to her future husband, run.
Dang. They really roasted her.
They were going all
going out. Yeah. She must have been a nightmare.
Jeez. That sounds terrible.
I know. That was funny, though.
Just think after that much.
I just, like...
As a businesswoman and a human being, I would be sick of it.
I'd be sick of it,
That's
too.
Too much.
That's too much. I just don't understand how she can just keep changing the design. Because if it was me, at least if it was me, I would have been like, oh, yes, like, I know for a fact that I want these colors and I want it like this. And then if they need to, like, tweak anything extra, then they can do that. You know, it won't be anything crazy.
Yeah. I feel bad for them. They're so much better than me, though, because...
I would have said something.
Yeah.
I would have, like...
Actually, no, I will not make this design for the 1500th time.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? We've already made, like, 5 designs. Pick one. Like...
Plus, that concept, like a caricature, I feel like there's only so many ways you can make the same couple over and over and over again. Her poor husband. Like, what do you think are the intentions behind that? Why are you doing all of that?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she's like avoiding her wedding and she's like, I don't have the invitations.
Sorry, they just won't send it to me.
I can't invite anybody to our wedding.
Now that would be a twist.
Imagine she's doing it on purpose.
She just doesn't want to get married. Oh, that's
that'd be crazy.
I would also feel so pressured too if like the date was coming up and she still wasn't having it. Like I'd just be like, your wedding's happening. No one's gonna be there.
Yeah, I know. I'd be like, are you not stressed? Because that would drive me to the brink of like.
Oh, I know.
I would have an anxiety attack, you know, if my wedding was getting closer and I didn't have my invitations. Like, are you kidding me?
Because then no one's gonna go because they won't have enough time to prepare.
That'd be insane.
So bad. I hate it.
So
Sarah's the a-hole.
Was that the bride?
Yes.
Okay, Sarah, you're the a-hole.
Sarah,
you are the a-hole.
You are the a-hole. I've made some progress.
Good job. Yeah, I saw you. I was like, wow, she's working it up fast.
I'm crocheting.
You are.
I am crocheting.
It's crochet.
We are crochets.
My addiction.
So,
are you guys okay? Off topic completely.
What is it?
I bought this because I was going through something a couple weeks ago. I got a little bit sick. And then I had an allergic reaction and I thought I was dying. And I bought this on a whim because I couldn't stop sneezing. And I was like, maybe this will help me. And since I've gotten it, I just can't stop using it. It's so addicting.
No. What is it?
It's menthol scent.
Haven't you?
Non-medicated vapor inhaler. It's like the Vicks ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, you always use that.
This is the first time you see me using it.
That one. But wasn't it a thing when we went to LA? You'd be like, I need my nose thing. And it would be
my
in your
nose
bag.
drops. My nose. Okay, it's because me and we went to go see Harry Styles when he was doing his 16 nights in LA. And I got so sick. The day of that we were going. Yeah. And
the morning we left.
Yeah. In the morning that we left, I was like, I'm not feeling good. And she was like, well,
too bad.
We're going.
Hope it's not
COVID. Yeah. So I was blowing my nose every 2 seconds. I had my nose drops on me 24/7. Otherwise, I couldn't breathe.
And she'd be like, can you hand me my nose drops? Constantly rubbing her nose. I
had to buy a packet of Kleenex from Target.
Yeah, we went to Target before the concert.
It was terrible, but it was an amazing concert.
The best concert. The best trip. So fun.
I'm addicted to this. And once I run out of it, then
back to the
that'll
store.
Be that. No, I think I'll just forget about it until I buy it again. The next time I get sick.
You're like, I need my Vicks.
No, it's not that bad.
I hope not.
I can go days without using it, but occasionally when I find it again, I'm like, ooh,
that's good.
I'm sticking in my nose. Okay, so my next story. Am I the a-hole for refusing to attend my best friend's wedding after she replaced me as maid of honor because I'm too fat, in parentheses, I'm pregnant, and asking her to pay me back for everything?
No.
So,
not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole. We don't even know what happens yet.
If you ever call someone who's pregnant fat, you're immediately the a-hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
So I, 27 female, have been best friends with Claire, 28 female, since high school. When she asked me to be her maid of honor, I was thrilled and went all out to make her wedding special. I paid for the bridal shower, bachelorette party, a weekend trip. The bachelorette party was a weekend trip.
Oh, okay.
Decorations and other expenses, spending several thousands of dollars. While it was a lot of money for my husband and me, I wanted to make her big day perfect because she's like family to me.
Aww.
2 months ago, I shared that I'm 4 months pregnant. Claire congratulated me, but started acting distant afterwards. She excluded me from conversations about the wedding and made passive comments about how hard it is to coordinate when people are distracted. What?
What the heck?
I brushed it off, thinking it was the wedding stress. A few days ago, she sat me down and told me she didn't want me in the wedding anymore. Her reason? I'm getting too fat. She doesn't want me in the pictures. She said she has a specific vision for her wedding, and I no longer fit it. I was devastated. I asked if it was about my pregnancy, but she insisted it wasn't personal. She said she was replacing me as maid of honor with another friend who fit her aesthetic.
That's terrible. That's disgusting. I'm
Oh
disgusted
my
right now.
god, this woman!
Terrible.
I'd be
Her
like, perdón.
aesthetic? Her
Perdón?
She's pregnant. That's terrible.
I'm mad.
Me too. That's so mean. Imagine having that conversation, being sat down in person to have that conversation.
I just can't imagine ever having that conversation with somebody. I would never sit one of my friends down and be like, "You're getting too fat. You don't fit my vision."
It's not what the mood board was calling for.
Like, what? Okay.
That's insane.
I told her if I wasn't in the wedding, I wouldn't attend at all. I also handed her the receipts for everything I'd paid for and told her she and her fiance needed to reimburse me since I'd only spent the money as her maid of honor. Claire flipped out, calling me selfish and accusing me of trying to ruin her wedding. She said it was tacky to ask for the money back and that expenses like these were my responsibility as maid of honor. I reminded her that she removed me from that role, so those expenses were no longer mine.
Yep.
Since then, Claire, her fiance, and even her family have been spamming me with calls and texts. They're accusing me of being petty and overreacting because of pregnancy hormones. They're also saying I should have just let it go and written off the money because weddings are stressful and Claire didn't mean to hurt me.
She did.
My husband, yeah, she totally did. My husband has been incredibly supportive and says I did the right thing. He's furious at how Claire treated me and agrees that I shouldn't be out of thousands of dollars for a wedding I'm not a part of. I feel heartbroken and humiliated by someone I thought was my best friend. Yeah. Still, the constant backlash has made me second guess myself. Am I the a-hole for standing up for myself and asking for a reimbursement?
No.
Should I have quietly just stepped aside?
No.
No, you're not in the wrong at all. Not the a-hole.
You deserve your money back.
She said it was tacky to ask for the money back. I'm sorry, what?
She sounds exactly like the kind of person that would ask for her money back if that was the situation.
Exactly. Had she been removed as maid of honor, she would have been the one asking for her money back.
Icky.
Oh, bruh.
Nicole, you're like...
Yeah, no, for real. I'm like... okay.
It's so disgusting. I hate when people...
Let's read some of the comments. It sounds like a big joke. I didn't think stuff like this actually happened in real life. I never expected it from her. Sounds to me like she's afraid of being upstaged, main character syndrome. She also waited till it was close enough to the wedding where the majority of the expensive costs were paid for her, releasing OP from her duties. You're damn right. Ask for that money back. Take her to small claims if you have to. Threaten her with that too. She literally thought she could tell OP that she's getting fat. Weird how she uses that term and not pregnant to describe OP. Yeah. And OP would just roll over and take it without a word. The way her family is behaving proves that they know exactly what she said to OP also. Good for you for standing up for yourself. You are not the a-hole at all.
Yes,
yeah,
agreed.
Not the a-hole. Everybody's voting her not the a-hole because obviously.
I didn't even think about it being as like a jealousy, like all the attention won't be on me anymore.
I did. When she said that she got pregnant, I was like, oh.
You're like, I know this
I
is
know
going.
This is, yeah.
Ew, that's so disgusting.
She's so icky.
That's terrible.
Oh my gosh, don't do that to people.
Don't
be mean.
Don't be mean. That's
oh my
so
god,
bad.
That's terrible.
I hope she gets her payments back.
I know.
Like,
she really should take her to small claims court.
She should.
Genuinely, she should.
And she should get every dime back.
Yeah,
every single
with
time.
interest for all of the emotional stress she's had to go through.
Like her pet.
Let's get some mango ASMR. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for your input, Mango. He's right.
He's always right.
He said what he said.
He's a wise man.
I love those ones where it's like, and what's your name? And they're like, or it's like,
yeah. That was Mango right now.
They're so funny. We have matching hugs. I didn't even notice.
Just kidding.
The sound effect, the one that you used, it was like,
I was like, it's perfect.
That was the best sound effect that I could have ever thought of.
Just kidding.
It was so good. I was like, how did you find that?
I think I looked up like angel choir or something like that.
I was looking up like Beethoven.
No, I think I looked up like choir.
That's so good.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Have you ever tried these frozen?
Yes, they taste so much better.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Cheers.
Oh.
Okay, so this is my last one then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
My bad. That came out so much like it came very, very not the way I needed it to
That
be.
was really teacher of you. Okay, so I'm gonna read my last story, and it says, I stepped down as maid of honor 3 months before her $1 million wedding and didn't attend, but I feel certain in my decision based on what occurred. $1 million budget is crazy.
I know. I wish I had a budget of $1 million.
I wish I had $1 million.
Yeah.
That means she has more than $1 million.
That means she, yeah. Oh my gosh.
What does she do?
No, for
Just
real.
wondering.
Can I be in on it?
Yeah, I'm there. She's been my best friend since we were 12, and now we're 27. 4 years ago, she started dating her now fiance, who's wealthy.
That's why.
Okay, makes sense.
Makes sense.
She was initially drawn to his G-Wagon, which is why she was interested in him in the first place.
Ugh.
Red flag.
Yeah.
About 6 months into their relationship, they both cheated. He left her stranded in the Bahamas while interested in another girl, and she lied to us, her friends, about taking family trips when she was really using his G-Wagon to visit the guy she was cheating on him with or flying to California to see him.
Oh my god, what?
Using your man's card to go see your other man is
iconic,
crazy.
though. Kind of iconic.
Iconic.
Especially if he had already cheated on you.
No, so true. They broke up. She dated the new guy until he cheated on her. Karma. She picks him bad.
I mean, what does she expect?
She's bad
She
too.
met him cheating on her man.
So true.
So how does she not expect for that to happen to her?
People like that will never make sense to me.
I know.
If you're gonna be with someone that you cheated on someone else with, how do you expect that to last?
How do you expect them to be loyal to you when, I don't know.
When they obviously have
head,
a past of cheating.
Exactly. In my head, I'm like, make it make sense because they're obviously going to cheat again.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The way I know so many instances of this is crazy.
I know, me too. Anyway.
Yeah. And then she got back together with her now fiance. Throughout their rocky relationship, he bought a $1.5 million condo, which she then designed entirely with his money. In 2022, they broke up again, and I let her stay with me. After about a month, they reconciled and got engaged a few months later. But over the past 2 years, as she focused entirely on her $1 million Italy wedding, we drifted apart. She doesn't work and has spent the last 1.5 years on the wedding, making it her entire personality. Oh my gosh. How can they only date for a few months and get engaged, but not have the wedding be right away?
Yeah, I know.
That's
and
not,
then, oh, okay.
Not
Whatever.
Okay, our friendship suffered with incidents like her bringing a friend of hers who I am not friends with to my birthday dinner, where she arrived over an hour late and only talked about her wedding the entire time. While for her birthday, I threw her a surprise party and I spent weeks planning that. She also told me I needed to change my hair color or wear a wig to her wedding.
Excuse me?
I'm like, Nicole, your hair is too dark. Only I can have dark hair at my wedding, so you have to change it.
I would be like, ma'am.
He said, count me out. That's crazy.
I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would react to that. Oh my gosh.
I'd be like, no,
that's not a good friend.
Are you going to pay for me to dye my hair?
Yeah, for real.
That's crazy. Okay. On top of that, she kissed another guy during her bachelorette trip and later got mad at her friends for not making their bachelorette Instagram posts all about her. She even had a meltdown on our bachelorette trip, throwing a tantrum and accusing us of being ungrateful. Oh.
She's giving narcissist.
Agreed. You know, there's an r/narcissist.
Okay, we have to.
Yeah. I saw it when I was looking through the other theme we had, and I was like, oh my god, so good. After the bachelorette trip, I realized she wasn't the friend I grew up with anymore and decided I didn't want to be her maid of honor or even stay friends. I sent her a message to let her know I was stepping down from the wedding party and that we needed space. It was harsh, but necessary. A few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. Also, her and I talked, airing our grievances, but she was only half-heartedly took responsibility. We left things unresolved, and I hadn't told her that I was pregnant. I eventually went to her bridal shower and birthday dinner, but we still didn't clarify my role in the wedding or my invitation status. Ooh. See, I feel like if you pull out of the wedding,
Yeah.
you don't go at all.
You don't.
Like,
yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Why was she there?
I don't know. I just wouldn't feel comfortable.
I wouldn't either.
Everything.
I wouldn't let that, to me, it's like a breakup. Like, we're done.
Like, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Later, she texted me, pressuring me to confirm if I was attending her wedding. I wanted to tell her in person that I couldn't go because I needed to save money due to being pregnant, and also didn't want to travel to Italy due to that. I forgot it was in Italy.
Yeah.
However, she kept insisting, so I ended up texting her my decision. When I finally visited her to explain a few days later and officially announced that I was pregnant to her, the conversation quickly shifted back to her wedding. She did not seem genuinely happy for me and made comments like, I wish your pregnancy didn't overshadow my upset. And you're not going to announce your pregnancy at the same time as my wedding, right? Imagine. You just think the whole world revolves around you. Like, narcissist.
This girl really thinks she's like...
She's crazy. That was the last time we spoke. I announced my pregnancy and gender on Instagram weeks before her wedding, and she didn't comment, like, or congratulate me. This weekend was her wedding, and I did send her a congratulatory message.
I wouldn't.
Me neither. But she hasn't responded. I feel certain that stepping away was the right decision, but am I wrong to feel this way? And the top comment just says, nope, with a period. And that one got a thumbs up from me.
Same.
This is spot on. Not everyone is meant to be in our lives forever. You're starting a new phase of life. And congratulations. And it says, look at it this way. The trash took itself out.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh. And this one says, I had to Google what a G-Wagon was. Not sure if I'm too old or too poor. Probably both. Yikes.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm glad she stepped out. I absolutely
would have stepped out as well. That's just crazy to me. I can't even, like, stand being next to a person that's that narcissistic.
Just thinks about themselves constantly. Like, imagine being so excited to finally have your little baby, and then your friend's like,
that better not overshadow my wedding.
I can't believe I'm upset, and you're going to tell me you're pregnant?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What? That makes no sense. That's literally so selfish.
I fear in that moment I would leave.
In that moment, I think nothing would stop me
from
like
unleashing.
Yeah, basically from like that would be like the saying in Spanish is like la gota que derramó el vaso. I would be like explode on her about everything that I feel.
I feel like that's the right approach. Like, that's so crazy.
I feel like she'd be like, you're attacking me.
I'm a victim, and you're being terrible to me.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No,
she would find a way to turn it back on herself.
Ugh, master manipulator, dude.
Ugh.
Terrible.
Terrible. Why did we get so many of those today?
I don't know. These Bridezillas are not... Or these Bridezillas are more intense than the ones we had in the last episode, for sure.
How are these Bridezillas getting married and I'm still single?
No, for real. You're like, I'm not a Bridezilla, I swear.
I'm nice.
Please.
At least I think I am.
At least I think I'm nice. I think you're nice. And I don't think you'll be a Bridezilla.
Okay.
You're like, we'll find out.
We'll see.
You're like... I hope you're not a Bridezilla.
I highly doubt it.
For my sake. For mine and Mango's sake.
I highly, highly doubt it.
At your wedding, you should have Mango walk down the aisle with the rings.
He would not. He would just loaf up.
You're like, Mango, come on.
I know, and he'd be like... he would just look at me like I'm resting.
You like pull a little mouse out of your bouquet and you're like... That's so cute.
That'd be really cute. He still wouldn't care. He'd be like, I'm chilling.
I would ask Shai to do it, but the second the leash is off of her, she's running the other direction with all the flowers in her mouth. And probably the guests purse too.
She's like taking over, just like running through everything.
Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna tell her something, or I'm gonna like discipline her, like just be like, shy, no, and then she's gonna stand up on her back legs and be like, Isella, and like talk back to me, and I'm like
punch you or something. You're gonna be like
speaking English, and I'm gonna be like, what? Like, I just have.
I think I would simply pass away if something like that happened.
I don't know. Sometimes I just think that animals are a lot smarter than we think, and that they can absolutely take over this place if they want to.
I don't know.
Maybe you just need to hang out with Shy in a more personal setting.
I feel like I feel like Shy would absolutely take me out. Like, I should be like, I feel like I'd just be standing there and she'd be like,
yeah. I mean,
she like smiles at me. She's like, I would.
Like that commercial with the dogs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The dog teeth cleaning commercial.
God, if she ever smiled at me, I think I would like evaporate in that
like,
second.
That one dog breed one where their commercials would be like that.
I do know. The doggy dentures.
Ew. Sometimes I think that will happen, and I don't know. But then meanwhile, Callie would just be sitting on top of you, like just expecting loves.
That's okay, as long as she protects me from Shy. Maybe not.
I fear you guys are both doomed if you're relying on Callie to protect you. She's too nice. She can't.
Like Mango protecting me. It's just not gonna happen.
Mango's your guard dog.
It would not happen. Let me take a drink of whatever.
Yes. What's it called when you're like? Well, do you remember Joe Sugg? Thatcher Joe. Mm-hmm. I remember one video. He was like, "Let me take a drink. Let me wet my whistle," and he was like, he started whistling. I used to love him.
I used to love him too, but I don't remember that.
I only remember it because of the way he said it, and then he started whistling really cool after, and I was like, I want to whistle. I was like, I can do that. Can you whistle?
I'm like, let me swallow.
You're like,
I haven't whistled in a while. Mango's like,
you just start communicating through whistles.
Just
We're like birds.
Ew! Have you seen that guy that does like the bird imitations and he's like perfect at it? He's like, he sounds like an actual bird.
I want to learn how to do that.
I can do that.
Oh, I can do that. I want to be like,
I do that. My mom can do that.
Can she?
She's like, and then she like whistles like super loud.
Like,
yeah, she does that. I'm like, what? Why didn't you ever teach me how to do it? And she's like, And I'm like, no, I can't do it. I look stupid every time I try to do it.
Or those people that like bend their tongues and they're just like
My dad that does that. He's like, shh. I don't know how he does it.
Like,
alrighty, so this is the last story of the night.
boo.
What if I just broke it in an Irish accent? Would that be crazy?
Like, this is my real accent. I've been hiding.
Mango, you're in my way. You're in my way. Just kidding.
Aww.
Can you fake an Irish accent?
No. I cannot.
It's because ever since I saw that video that I sent you, it's been in my head.
Baby. I can't even think about it in my head.
Would you rather date? Not date.
Oh, that's good.
A
eat.
baby goat.
Or a matzo baby.
Or a matzo baby.
I feel like it always just sounds a little bit British when I talk in like any kind of accent. It just always goes
cannot
backwards.
do an Australian accent to save my life.
Me neither. Somebody asked me to do it and I did it and they were like, that was British. And I was like,
well,
wait, fun fact.
Thank God I'm not Australian.
Yeah, you have to practice for Luke. He's not even Australian anymore. Let's be so for real.
Yeah, he's like very American at this point.
When I was, this is so embarrassing. Okay, when I was in, I don't know, 6th, 7th grade, something like that, I had these friends, and she always spoke in a British accent all the time, just for like fun. And so I would do it too. And then she would like be like, no, you have to say it like this. And she would like tell me how to say words. And I was like, okay. And then we went over to our other friend's house and we were just like talking like that. And her mom fully thought that I was British. And I was like, I'm good at this game. But she was like, I feel like I've known you for a long time and I never knew you were British. And I was like, it's because I'm not.
You were like,
I was like, that's when I gotta stop.
You're like,
I can't be British anymore. So embarrassing.
That's crazy.
But
that's good. Good on you.
Now I have a British accent. Like I could go to Britain.
You're like, I can be British.
I can be British. Just give me a night to practice.
You're like, let me just. I want to be Australian.
Australian. How do they talk?
I can't even think of their accent right now.
Good day, mate.
Walk back. Walk back, you crazy.
I'm just trying to think of things Five Sauces said, and I'm like, oh.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do too. I'm like,
I wish. What are other funny accents? There's Canadian accents, but I don't know how to do it. About. Yeah, what do they say?
Sorry.
Sorry.
About.
What is the greeting that they say? What is?
No, I don't know what they say. Like a fucking pirate. Hey, they say something like that. I don't know. What's the Canadian accent? I can't. To me, Canadian sounds basically like American,
but with like a little like.
With a little twang to it, like a little spice.
But not a southern. We can do southern.
We can do southern.
We can do southern.
And it like occasionally comes out unironically, and I'm like, ooh.
But it's so crazy because do you consider Arizona to be part of the South?
No.
Oh.
Do you?
No.
See, I consider like
okay, I know what the South is. I know what it is, but like we're in the South, so I'm like,
yeah. I mean, like actually geographically, yes.
Yeah,
we're in the South.
So when people like, where are you from?
The South.
But no, I guess I don't say it like that. No,
I say I'm down under. Just kidding.
You're like West Coast.
I'm from the. Oh wait, no. What is it? What is the? It's like this, isn't it?
Do you remember when One Direction had like that phase of just always doing that?
No,
like that? Like in their
their frat boy era?
Oh, and I never showed you this. I have El Harry Styles.
El Harry Styles. Harry
hot dog.
Hot dog. Ew. You got really far today. Off topic, but like this is the most I've ever. This is the most I've ever seen you do. It's
probably because it's big.
Yeah,
it's like thick.
Yeah,
it looks like
I'm like, 5 more rows, you'll be done with the fucking. Yes. Well, no, actually, because you want it to be this way, right?
Yeah.
Oh, just kidding. You got a long way to go.
I'll just make a little square.
I'll just make a neck brace.
I'll just keep going until I can wear it like a cone, and then it'll just keep going straight up. It's perfect.
Like the reel of the guy you sent me. That was funny. Okay.
You can't cut
Last
that. It's
story.
Too good.
I know. That entire thing is staying. I'm not cutting a single second. Okay. This is the last story. My future sister-in-law is the reason I'm canceling my wedding and instead doing a cancellation wedding.
Is it canceling?
Did I really?
At least that's what I heard.
I thought I said canceling.
It sounded really British to me. All our British fans are like, they don't know anything.
I apologize.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sure they break out in an American accent.
Do you think?
All the time, yeah.
Do you think somebody in the UK went through an American speaking phase like I did?
I feel like, yeah, if you're from the UK
or any place
that's not the United States, and you had a random phase that was like speaking an American accent,
please let us know.
Please tell us.
How did it go? What was it like?
What was that like? Because I fake accents all of the time, especially the country accent because it's the closest one to us.
Yeah.
The country accent.
We like the country.
we love them country boys. Just kidding.
Country
I wanna
boy.
be a cowboy, baby.
I was like, country
And it's
boy.
like the guy's hanging off the
No, country boy,
I love you. Ew. Anyway,
why did she make that?
why did you do? I have so many questions. That TikTok always pisses my cousin off. Every single time she was like,
why?
It's like the one of the little girl now when she like puts a dot of eyeliner and she's like,
she's like,
me every morning when I do my makeup. After I do my mascara, I'm like,
when putting on blush and my cheeks are like super red.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm using a fake account because several of my in-laws are aware of my other account.
Oh.
So I am female, 31, and my now husband is male, 30, and my sister-in-law is female, 19.
Okay.
My husband does not have the best relationship with his sister due to his parents favoring her. Mother-in-law, female, 59, father-in-law, 59. A little background. My husband's parents were having marital issues and heading for divorce around the time my husband's sister was conceived. When they found out that they were pregnant, they decided to seek counseling and get help. In the end, they resolved their problems and their relationship became stronger. They view their daughter as the reason they were able to save their marriage. Okay. She is spoiled. Some examples. They got her a car for her birthday. She totaled in 4 days. She borrowed her mom's car after and had it totaled too.
Oh my gosh.
Due to her reckless driving, the insurance company will not allow her to be insured under her parents. We were dating at the time when his mother asked my husband if he could please put her on his insurance and she would pay. My husband at the time was buying a new car and didn't want to deal with the situation and told his mother no. Another example was we had gotten...
My throat made that
Are
noise.
you okay?
I was like, she's going to hear that on the mic.
Another example was we had gotten tickets to see Taylor Swift in Europe for a vacation alone. His sister found out and demanded that she go instead of me. His father called and demanded that we change our plans and take his sister. My husband said that he could not do that because he didn't pay for the vacation or the tickets. My parents did. Like OP's parents did. We were harassed for months for this. Finally, 3 months after we were engaged, we visited his parents. At the time, his sister had a friend living with her and her parents, female, 17. This friend developed a crush on my husband. He was extremely uncomfortable with the girl's attention towards him. His sister wanted them to date and asked his parents to talk to him about it. He refused and said he was engaged and is not interested in teen girls. Now, that is crazy. Now to the wedding. My in-laws are only attending if I make my sister-in-law a bridesmaid. I agree to keep the peace and gave it to her as an honorary role and don't expect her to be involved as much as my other bridesmaids. The problem started immediately. First, she was flirting with another bridesmaid's boyfriend and sending him inappropriate texts. We don't know how she got the number. She refused to walk with her cousin, who is a groomsman, and tried to get her parents involved to switch her to walk next to the best man and bump my maid of honor. Her reason was, oh my god, her reason was because she couldn't hook up with her cousin. The best man is currently in a long-term relationship with the maid of honor, and they are how we met. Oh my god.
That's insane. And she's only 19?
Yeah.
Dude. No.
Okay.
That's crazy.
The final straw was what she did to my maid of honor. My maid of honor is my cousin and my best friend. My maid of honor is the same age as me. We are both 3 months apart to the day. We get mistaken as sisters, or sometimes our extended family mixes up. Our moms are sisters. I'm protective of my maid of honor and the godmother to her children. My maid of honor is hard of hearing and has to wear hearing aids due to an infection she had when she was a child. My maid of honor sometimes talks loud because she can't hear and judge her own volume. She doesn't have any accent. She had to do speech therapy for years as a child and had to attend school for children with hearing disabilities until middle school. My sister-in-law has been teasing my maid of honor nonstop,
No.
yelling and saying, I just want to make sure she heard me.
That's terrible. That's so mean.
Oh my god. She made reference to my godchildren being born out of wedlock and said her boyfriend, the best man and the father of her children, will come to his senses and find a tight woman. My maid of honor has been quiet about all of this because she doesn't want to cause problems for me and my in-laws. I found out because my other bridesmaids told me after the bridal shower. At the bridal shower, my husband and myself both were aware and gave our blessing to his best man to propose, my cousin, the maid of honor. It happened and everyone was excited, except for my sister-in-law.
Of course.
The final straw was when maid of honor was heading back to the table. She took out her hearing aids because the music was causing her a headache. The hearing aids were in a glass of water, with my sister-in-law laughing.
That is a hate crime, is it not?
It feels like it.
That's literally messing with her ability to
hear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. That's
I was
so bad.
That's oh my god. I can't stand
Wait,
her.
where are they at? Just like a bridal.
It was the bridal shower.
Okay. Bridal shower.
I was done and removed her from the wedding party and disinvited her from the weddings unless she is in therapy. My in-laws are blowing up our phones, say that their daughter was only joking around and that her sense of humor. And that's her sense of humor. And my maid of honor can't take a joke. They said if she cannot come to the wedding, they will not come. This has been going on for months.
I'd be like, sorry,
so,
won't miss you.
There's a few updates.
Okay.
24 hours later from the bridal shower, I call my fiance, my husband. I call my fiance and my husband because technically we are legally married. We just didn't have a ceremony yet. This was done earlier in the year for insurance issues. 2, my maid of honor, my cousin, was able to get her hearing aids replaced by her audiologist. She had them insured. My husband covered the deductible, not for her sister's sake, but because he cares for my cousin and is embarrassed. My husband's family is on our side. Wait, huh? My husband's family is on our side. Apparently, we have been flooded with phone calls and messages of support from his family. Oh, so the rest of this family, not the parents, I think. Yeah. Okay. The reason why, because they also have stories of how badly my sister-in-law has acted towards them. My husband already said that my family is his, and anyone who mistreats anyone I care about is not his people. I have decided, with the help of our wedding planning, to do a destination wedding, pushing the wedding back 6 months in Hawaii. We got most of our deposits back. Family is helping with the rest. My husband has called his parents and told them they were not invited and his sister will not be invited. They are livid and have started, as of an hour ago, going to social media to tell their side of the story. They claim that their daughter was just making jokes and pranks. Nobody has been buying it.
How do you even defend that?
I know.
Like, no, our daughter just put the hearing aids in water because it was funny.
Because it's a joke. Like, are you kidding?
That's crazy. No.
That's not...
Even if you weren't there, you know that that's wrong.
That's so bad. They tried to contact my parents, who shut them down immediately. We have other family members who are also hard of hearing or deaf due to a genetic condition that runs in the family. Most of the family is hearing, but everyone looks out for the members that are not. They are embarrassed and hung up the phone. This is where we are now. Oh, and there's a final update.
Ooh. Okay.
So 11:15, so just a few days ago. We are no contact with my husband's parents or sister. We get updates from my husband's aunt, his father's sister. First, my maid of honor's hearing aids are replaced after talking to her and asking what she wants to do. She doesn't want to be involved in a lawsuit or anything going forward, so as long as she is left alone by my husband's... Oh, as long as she's left alone by my husband's sister. She put a comma in there. I don't know why she did.
She's left alone by my husband. Oh.
Yeah, no, she put a comma in there, but she meant to be left alone by the husband's sister.
Yeah.
She doesn't want any negative energy in her life. I'm going to respect her boundaries on this matter. However, if anything happens, she will file a restraining order against my husband's sister. As for my mother-in-law and father-in-law, per my husband's aunt, they are in a bind. They came crying to my husband's aunt. Apparently, their insurance company found out they were letting their daughter drive their cars, even though they warned she would not be insured under their policy, and the insurance company dropped them. We don't know if sister-in-law got into another accident or someone reported this to the insurance company. However, they were sobbing to my husband's aunt. They are struggling to find an insurance policy they can afford.
Oh, man.
My husband's aunt was tired of hearing the sob stories and brought up the bridal shower incident and how her own daughter has been bullied by sister-in-law.
Oh, no.
Crazy. She was embarrassed for her nephew, my husband. My mother-in-law and father-in-law said that sister-in-law confessed she was jealous of the maid of honor's relationship with the best man. She apparently had a long crush on him and was upset that they were getting engaged.
What?
I don't understand that. Mother-in-law and father-in-law tried to excuse this behavior as a teenage girl acting out. My husband's aunt was having none of it and told them that they ruined their daughter and probably ruined their relationship with my husband and any future with us. I don't know why I keep wanting to say husband.
My husband.
My husband's aunt asked them to leave and said she hopes they get everything they deserve for how they treat their children. She was not going to help them with their insurance problems. My husband's cousin, 20 years old and a lovely girl. She is a beauty queen and a makeup artist. My husband's sister was completely known for breaking her makeup palettes and beauty supplies out of jealousy. That's crazy. My husband, I know. It's like the second she's jealous of somebody, she tries to like destroy everything they have.
Who taught her that?
Nobody told her not to. That's the thing.
It's so bad.
My husband's aunt doesn't allow sister-in-law over to the house and will lock the doors to certain rooms in her house during family gatherings because of several incidents in the past. For now, sister-in-law. She still lives with my in-laws. She lost her job. Nobody knows why. And frankly, I don't care to know. She's not in college due to poor grades and lack of direction. She blames me for her family not talking to her and being kicked out of the wedding party. And I'm proud I did, so she can blame me as much as she likes. As for our wedding celebration, we're doing a small ceremony on the beach, and my family and any family that wishes to come can book a hotel on the main island. We are not going to give the location of the wedding or the reception until the day of the wedding, except for the wedding party.
Just in case the sister's crazy.
Yeah, and we will hire security.
Oh my gosh, she's like a national threat.
Yeah, literally. I'll update you when it happens or if anything else happens.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's read some comments because I'm interested.
Yeah, what the heck?
This is crazy. I'm still not understanding how ruining expensive medical equipment is just someone's sense of humor. So sorry you're dealing with this. I agree.
Me too. That's so weird.
Yeah. It says she's lucky the maid of honor is apparently too gentle to sue them for the cost of the hearing aids. The last time I looked up the price of the things for my dad, the cheaper ones were $3,000 before insurance. And that was the mid-2010s.
Oh my
I've seen cheaper used cars. Dad would have to go through the VA to get hearing aids paid for, and he doesn't want to do that. And this is her explaining about her dad's hearing aids. Okay.
I was like,
moving on.
What?
So yeah. Let's find another comment.
That's crazy. I can't believe she has this much power that they have to like keep the ceremony a secret and hire security and like because you know what, she absolutely will show up and ruin the whole wedding. On top of my yarn.
The limit of funny prank I'm willing to tolerate about any of my medical aids is my husband thinking it's hilarious when he needs to bring me my cane and he knights me with it before he hands it over. He like I get that. Okay. Taps it on both shoulders and then my head and says, "Rise, Sir Goshorn, hero of the realm."
I'm like, that's so Gawain.
Okay, that's so Gawain, yeah.
Gawain and Elian.
And then Lancelot. And he giggled like crazy this time. It doesn't harm my cane. I enjoy it because he's laughing and I love hearing him laugh. Anyone messed up my hearing aids, I think I'd fight them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. When you're the golden child who saved the marriage, everything you do is precious. She was just making a little joke. They didn't even have the decency to make it right. Their son had to.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because I don't even understand how your parents. Well, yeah, I get it because she like saved their marriage or whatever.
But like even still, I feel like if my parents, like if I for some reason saved my parents' marriage, they would still teach me, you know,
right from wrong.
But that's also because my parents are very like firm.
Yeah, no, yeah,
My
but I
parents
mean,
are not.
they're just humans and they understand right from wrong.
Yeah.
Like clearly, these parents don't. But then also, the husband, good on him for being like, no,
honestly,
you're my wife, and
exactly, we like this man
because he's better than I feel like a lot of Reddit husbands we've read about,
Oh,
where
for
they're
sure.
like,
1000%.
that's my family.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
That's my mom.
Yeah, like that's my sister.
No.
Yeah, no, this guy is like, I don't care.
Yeah,
That was
good.
messed up.
Good
on him. Let's be more like him.
At least we know that the parents didn't mess him up like that.
No, for real. That's probably because they didn't even take care of him.
No, literally, because they were worried. They were fighting for their marriage.
They were fighting for their marriage, and then the sister came along.
Yeah.
Yikes, man. Anyways, that was the last story. Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
That was crazy. That last story has me mad.
That was a good last story. That's so crazy. I can't believe if that ever happens. If you ever deal with that with someone in my family during my wedding, you can tell me.
It's okay, I'll take care of it myself. I'm just kidding.
You're like, I'll take care of it.
But yeah, don't be like that sister-in-law.
No,
oh my gosh,
terrible.
If you feel jealousy and you have this urge to like break something that somebody has,
that they need,
maybe seek help because that's not good.
That Michael Jordan, stop.
Get some help. Yeah.
Crazy.
So many Vine references in today's video.
As we should. I hope we're not showing our age.
We're not that old. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, like, subscribe,
comment.
Let us know what you're making, what you want to make. Any suggestions on topics that we should do?
Yes, Reddit stories, ChatGPT, scary stories,
anything like that.
All of it.
So yeah, we hope you enjoyed.
I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.